Huh? Oh, we're on? Oh, okay. Well, hello. Didn't see you there. Huh? Oh, we're on now? Oh, okay. Just look into the camera. Right there. Okay. Oh, no, I'm fine. No, I don't need any water. I'm good. I just swallow. Clears my throat. So, thanks for asking. 20 questions. Here we go. Evie, heads up. I will be honest on these. So, first question. What day did you first meet and where? Answer. We met sometime in April, right before the end of the semester in spring of 2011, right before I was about to leave for my very first mission trip. And she actually doesn't remember this day at all, but we were just getting out of chapel. I was having a conversation with someone, and her and another friend kind of came up and while I was having a conversation, and she was acting all giggly, like every DBU girl, and she was very, very cute, very attractive. Her personality, immediately, I was like, whoa. She made her impression on me. She made her mark, and I won't forget that day. So, there you go. Next question. Where was your first date? Awkward pause and answer. Our first date was actually one night whenever she was on RA duty, and she was telling me about a girl. One of her girls was going through some stuff, and we thought we'd go and encourage this girl. And I said, "Yeah, sure. I'll stay up super late and go encourage someone with you, and that's my only agenda." And just so happened to get in my truck, waiting to get an address to go over to this girl's house to hang out with her. She never called. Unfortunately, I don't know. But anyway, so it ended up turning into a date. We drove around a neighborhood, just kind of all giggles. Didn't say anything intelligent on my end. Just everything was funny. I was super nervous. And we just hung out for hours, didn't really pay attention to the time, and eventually I drove her back. It was fun. I'm pretty sure I even touched her hand that night to go ahead and let her know, hey, I'm kind of interested. Didn't want to send mixed signals. So, you know how it goes. No, you don't. Okay. Question 3. Where was your first kiss? Okay. Well, I might as well go ahead and say it. Our first kiss was actually on date 2. And it was at Prayer Mountain. And that is all that I'm saying. All right. Question 4. Who first said, I love you? And that's a funny story, actually, because Evie had told me that she wasn't comfortable saying the words, I love you, until maybe around after 6 months into our relationship. She didn't want to say it any sooner than that. However, and I really tried my best to honor that, even though it was going to be very difficult, and I knew that. Because I probably would have said it around date 3 by the pace that I was going. But about 4 months in, I was dropping her off. It was during the summer, and she was getting out of my car. I just had all this love inside of my heart, and as she's leaving, I said, love you, and hoping that she did not hear me. She said, what did you say? I said, I, I didn't say anything. She said, I heard you say I love you. And I said, I am so sorry that I did that. And to make it worse, as she was leaving and I'm holding my head in shame, I said, okay, bye, love you. Said it again. Super, super bad. Next question. What is your most commonly used phrase? My most commonly used phrase usually has something to do with she says something and I turn it around and I make it about her. Or I say that she is that thing. For example, we'll be in my truck driving somewhere and she'll say something like, oh, it's so hot in here. And I'll be like, yeah, you are. Or it might be something like she's on her phone. Look at this cute puppy. I'll be like, yeah, you are such a cute puppy. It's awkward. Who is her celebrity crush and who is yours? Her celebrity crush is what I like to call Bryn Johnson. What I mean by that is a cross between Brian and Jen Johnson. My celebrity crush is tied, probably between Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Hunter Thompson. If you're ordering drinks for both of you, what would you get? I would get either some kind of a blonde beer or a Long Island iced tea, and she will have a few sips of whatever I am having. All right, question 8. What is the best meal that she has ever cooked for you? The best meal that she's ever cooked for me is actually her sandwiches. Whenever we were living next to each other, when we were neighbors at DBU, the sandwiches she would make were the best ever. Something I'm actually really excited about when we get married. What is the worst meal she has ever cooked for you? The answer to that is simple. Spaghetti squash. It is not the real thing. All right, number 10. What is the most played song on your iPod? The most played song on my iPod goes a little something like, I've got a river of life flowing out of me, makes the lame to walk and the blind to see. I've got a river. Jen Johnson. What is your most annoying habit? To answer that question, it's pretty simple. But before I answer that, just one thing. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I just had to go and get the thing. All right, number 12. What is the last thing that she does before she goes to bed? And what do I do? The last thing that she does before she goes to bed, I would probably guess Instagram. The last thing that I do, most of the time I would say watch a little TV and doze off, but also listen to a podcast or something, or text good night. That's probably what is the last thing I do. Good night, Evie. That's it. Next question says, if you could throw out one item of her clothing, what would it be? Okay. Ladies, y'all gave me a tough question. I don't think that there's anything I dislike about what she wears. She has style. There. Nothing. It's probably not what you're looking for. That's it. Wrong! Let me answer that question rightly. What is that? right? Okay. Next question. If she were to throw out one piece of your clothing, what would it be? Probably anything that I really like that I just bought, because chances are I'll probably wear it every day or every other day for like 2 weeks until she's sick of it. Question 15. What does she keep on her nightstand and what do I keep on mine? To answer that question, probably a glass of water and her phone. And for me, probably the same thing. Question 16. What would you say is your favorite thing about her? My favorite thing about her is probably her secret laugh, which sounds a little bit like it's my favorite probably just because she doesn't do that in front of people. So it's kind of cool that I get to see that. It's hilarious. Question 17. What do you think her favorite thing is about you? Pretty easy. Probably my chiseled abs, or my firm pecs, or large biceps. Probably a combo of the three. All right, we're almost done. Question 18. What is the nicest thing that she has ever done for you and you for her? Okay, this is actually a pretty cool story, so I will be serious. The nicest thing that she's ever done for me is pretty much proposed to me. I don't know if she's told many people yet, but just a few days ago, she she had this whole awesome thing set up where I got this card while I was at work that said, "Hey, I love you." Something's really sweet, and this is clue one. Clue two is at your mom's room. You need to get it after school. Went and got it. It was another clue that led me to Starbucks, where she paid for me to she paid for a drink for me, and gave me another clue, which was super cool. And then led me to the next location, which was actually the place that I proposed to her. And there she was, and I found her at the very spot that I proposed to her, and she was looking gorgeous as usual. But I mean, this was like a new level of gorgeous because I was just so excited, and uh, it was just very overwhelming. And there she was, and she, it was funny because the thought that went through my head was, I feel like I'm getting proposed to. And little did I know, she actually pulled a ring out and showed me my wedding ring, and it was amazing. And I don't know any guy, honestly, that's ever had an experience like that. So props to Evie Doan. Wow. The nicest thing that I've ever done for her, um, honestly, I think it's that I would never, ever embarrass her or make fun of her ever. I do a really, really good job about that. So I think that's a really nice thing. All right, question 19. What are the wedding colors? All right, I bet Evie just popped off and said them like that, huh? And I see what you're doing here. You're trying to test me, see if I'm paying attention, see if I'm listening. But here, I'd like to just flip the table. We'll see whose shoe is on the other foot, right? Let me just ask y'all a question. What do you think the wedding colors are? And then get back to me on that. All right, we're here. Grand finale. It's been a fun road. Number 20 says, what was the moment you knew that she was the one? All right. All right, since it's the last question, I will just share this. I knew for a fact that she was the one the very same day that I decided to stop pursuing her. I went. I walked her back to class. Kind of skipped class on this one. We were still kind of talking, and I had just been wrestling a lot with should I pursue her? Should I not? Do I want to go down that road? Is it God's will? This and that. And I just said, Lord, like, I'm not going to choose a relationship over you. So I ended up walking her back to class, kind of said some things, and really in my heart just kind of let her go. It was probably 30 minutes later, I go back to my town home. I feel like I'm giving this big offering to God, like, yeah, like I'm letting go. Went and took a nap, and the Lord just gave me this ridiculous dream, where He pretty much just told me that I have His permission and His favor to pursue her. The way that that dream played out was really freaky. I don't know if Evie would want to share any of that, but just for the sake of time and the story, it rocked my world. And by the time I woke up from a nap, I was like, game on, I'm doing this. And I went after her very hard after that. So I pursued her with everything, still do. And in fact, that dream is actually like a big, huge promise and a sign to me that God has said yes, that I have His permission, His approval, which was actually just the biggest deal to me because since her dad passed away, I remember feeling like, man, I'll never get to ask permission. And that was one thing I really wanted to do. And it's kind of cool. The Lord really blessed me with the gift, and the Lord told me, like, you have permission to pursue her. He did that in a really cool way. So I won't forget it. It's actually the kind of dream that has kept us together. There have been some times where we weren't sure, and in my heart, I've been able to say yes for 2 years now, and I'm going to continue to do so. It's awesome. Anyways, I hope that y'all had fun. Sorry if this was too long. It's 20 questions, and I like to talk. So, yeah, bye. I also wanted to say real quick, just thank you so much for coming and just showing your support. I know that it is really blessing Evie right now, and it's very much blessing me. I appreciate every single one of you and everything that you're doing, and we just cannot wait until July 6th. Thanks.
Clouds look like mountains, your eyes, they look like stars. We will fill our hands.
Sure. Oh!
I'm positive. No, why would I do that?
Oh!
We might just have to see if it is normal, like you say it is. If it's a normal hiccup.
Oh!
Whoops.
Okay, here's the trash.